With Doom the Dark Ages coming out in May, everybody's been asking the question, is it worth it to buy and play Doom 2016 and 2025? Well, you bet your gosh darn dilly dongs that I'll answer that question by the end of today's video, no matter the cost. Doom 2016 was made in 2016, as I'm sure you probably could have guessed, and is the first modern installation of the Doom series. It was reviewed as an amazing game at the time, but does it still hold up to this day? Is it worth the enormous, preposterous $20 price tag? Let's find out. First of all, the gameplay of Doom is absolutely timeless. Even playing it in 2025, it still feels absolutely amazing. It's not too long of a game, only spanning about 11 to 13 hours, but you can get so much content out of it in such a short amount of time. As the game goes on, you get more and more sick weapons that shred through demons, and eventually you have this weapon wheel filled with any weapon of your choosing to destroy the monsters of hell. But if you think that that's all you have at your disposal, you're sorely mistaken. In addition to those, you have the chainsaw of death and destruction, some random grenades that I honestly forgot to ever use, and the BFG. I will admit that I forgot to use the BFG a lot as well, but when I did use it, oh baby, you can't get the feeling of playing Doom from any other game. Actually, I realized as soon as I said that obviously you can't get the feeling of playing Doom if you're not playing Doom, but the point is that it's unique, okay? Whether you want to mow down enemies with a minigun, pick them off one by one with a sniper, or just have a mix of both, you'll never get bored playing Doom. Like I said, even though the campaign is only 11 hours long, it's packed to the gills with action. You phase in and out of hell, fight off multiple big bad baddies, and basically get the full sci-fi alien experience. If that's the kind of gameplay loop that seems fun to you, then Doom is a perfect game. Let's not forget to mention the arcade or multiplayer modes either. I'm not going to talk much about the multiplayer mode because it's about as dead as Concord was on launch day, but that's fine because this isn't supposed to be a multiplayer game. The arcade mode is super duper fun though. If you just want a casual Doom experience without having to go through the campaign to get it, then arcade mode is for you. If you want to compete with thousands of other players worldwide for the highest score and the hardest difficulty, then arcade mode is for you too. I know I sound like a sales guy pitching a product to you right now, but honestly, isn't that what you signed up for when you clicked on the video? Anyway, the gameplay of Doom is timeless, and it doesn't matter that it was made in 2016, because its quality still holds up to this day. Doom is not a game franchise known for its story, but it definitely should not be overlooked. I won't spoil it too much just in case you haven't played Doom for yourself, but basically there's this big mean lady who's not very nice, messed some things up, and now you have to help put them together. The game takes place on a research base on Mars, although you have to travel to hell sometimes for some nice, chill vacations. The Doom story and lore is simple but effective. You're a super strong gym bro who finds a couple of guns and fights some demons. Although the story is deeper than that, I'll let you go about finding that on your own. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doom has lore? And yeah, it does, even if the game doesn't force it down your throat. Instead of stopping the action to make you sit through long-winded cutscenes, Doom lets you experience the story your way. You can speed through the game ignoring every data log, or you can take the time to dig into the backstory, learning about ancient prophecies, demonic invasions, and why the Doomslayer is basically the angriest man in the universe. And honestly, the story is surprisingly good if you pay attention. How could you not love finding about how the story of the Doomslayer, who is basically an unstoppable force of destruction that demons whisper about like he's the boogeyman, except instead of hiding under their beds, they're hiding under piles of their already dead friends. The best part, the game knows what it is. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The first thing you do when you wake up is literally smash a computer that's trying to explain the situation to you. The Doomslayer doesn't care about the details, he's here to break the demons in half, and you as the player are along for the ride. So if you're looking for a deep, emotional narrative with twists and turns that make you cry, well, you might be in the wrong place. But if you want a simple yet effective story that enhances the action without ever slowing it down, Doom 2016 nails it. Everybody recognizes at least one song from the Doom soundtrack. It's absolutely iconic. The soundtrack alone perfectly encapsulates the entire feeling of the game and is so fitting with the vibe you get while playing it. Mick Gordon cooked with this one. Although Doom isn't known for its graphics, it has a very grainy but sci-fi style that matches it perfectly. They're a little janky sometimes with the projectiles, but other than that, they still hold up to this day. That's basically all I have to say about those things. I just wanted to point them out just in case anybody had any concerns about the graphics, but I know everybody's gonna love the soundtrack. Alright, let's talk money. Is Doom 2016 worth $20 whole in 2025? That's the price of a couple of fast food meals or half a tank of gas, so let's put it into perspective. For that price, you're getting a game with an insane combat loop, a solid campaign, high replayability, and a god-tier soundtrack. Comparing that to modern FPS games that charge $70 for half the content, Doom 2016 is an amazing deal. Plus, if you wait for a Steam sale, you can probably snag it for even cheaper. Sometimes it goes as low as $5, which at that point is practically stealing. So is Doom 2016 worth it to buy and play in 2025? Well, I'm sure you probably could have already guessed my answer to that question throughout the video with how much I glazed the game, but yes, it's definitely worth it to buy. Even though it was made in 2016, it still holds up to this day as an FPS masterpiece and is one of my favorite FPS games ever. Well, there you have it, buckaroos. I hope you guys enjoyed all my yapping, and I hope I encouraged you to buy this great game, and most of all, I hope you have a great day, night, or evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.